Hello everybody, what is going on? My name is Freedom, and today I'm going to be talking you through a basic tutorial guide of places you should go and things you should pick up. And right now we're heading to E2, which is of course right between Anarchy Acres and um, what's it called? Wailing Woods. And right here we have two houses inside of um, E2. And this is one of the more low-key spots, even though we can hear gunshots going off right now. This is generally one of the more low-key spots. Okay, right there we have a purple machine gun. So, grading with machine guns and things like that comes obviously very differently. This is an epic ranged weapon, which is of course level 20. Each shot doing DPS of 203.5. Damage is obviously 37%, I'd imagine. Fire rate is 5.5, magazine size 30, range 1, durability infinite, and 2.2 reload time. But this is a pretty epic rifle to have right here. So of course, there's different colours of weapons that you will find here on the PvP and Battle Royale. And so we're going to take bandages as well, because bandages are going to we're just going to sort of take whatever we can grab early game, because early game it doesn't really matter, because we can always change as we go. So right now we've just got a standard pistol, an epic assault rifle, some bandages and a standard assault rifle. So like I say, the differences in guns come. So like you get blue guns, you get the silver guns, which are just standard guns. Then you get blue guns, then the next level up. Then you get green, and then you get purple, and then you get gold guns as well. Gold guns being obviously the most damaging, the most powerful, etc. Then purple being the second most powerful. Then green, and then blue. So we're just sort of looting everything we sort of see right now. However, we're just going to switch grenades out for another assault rifle, because grenades, they're alright close range, but long range you want assault rifles, and early game it's probably better to just go with assault rifles and things like that, because there tends to be it tends to be more medium to long range, so you don't really want grenades early game. They're alright later game, but you don't tend to use them. Grenade launchers are probably better than grenades. So yeah, we've got a few standard rifles, we've got like 15 bandages, and we got the epic rifle. So from here, generally there's a few places we can go. We're inside the circle right now, which is obviously awesome, which is decent. It means we don't have to do any real moving if we don't want to. So at the beginning, for early starters, I'd suggest just camping in a building like this. I just wait out like the whole circle shrink, and just see sort of where you have to go. But me personally, I like to keep on the move. I like to be able to see what else there is on offer. Obviously trying to get the more rare weapons for the end game. Obviously I'd also recommend taking like wood, so posts like this that take only a few hits to take down, because you don't want to make too much noise, just in case anybody's around you. You don't want to really alert them to your presence being obviously around. And if you are going to venture out and you don't really want to sit around in places, there's a few things to look out for when you're approaching any sort of town, city, anything like that. So something like what we've got going on over here. This is just not even marked on as anywhere on the map. This is just one of those random places that you can come to. And basically what you want to be looking for when you're approaching places like this is any open doors. So if there's any doors that are open, it can generally mean that there's people that have either been in the area and left, or people that are still in the area. And more times more times than not, you'll find people are still here. Occasionally people move on, but sometimes people, if they're new, they'll be waiting for the storm eye to shrink, and for the storm to catch up with the circle, for the circle to shrink, and then if they have to move, they'll move. Obviously taking down anybody on the way. Whereas I sort of like to, if I'm within the circle, I like to try and take out places that are local to where I've been or where I am, and I like to just make sure that I'm ahead of my enemies. I don't like to, think there's anybody sort of like behind me. So everywhere I go, I like to close doors and things like that. It doesn't look like anybody's been here actually, because we've got no open doors on this building, and there's a shotgun. Oh, but we have a broken wall. We have a broken wall. Alright, well, we're not going to go in through the front door then. What we're going to do is we're going to move around back instead, and what you want to do as well is really pay attention to your surroundings, what's going on, and sort of listen for any footsteps, any signs that anybody might be around. So you want to be as quiet as you can, so crouching is obviously the recommended way to move around, because it just means that you're being really light and every footstep you hear is yours. So any other footsteps you might hear, obviously you want to look out for them. So here we have a green shotgun, so we're going to swap that for the standard pistol, and we're going to pick up the shells too, because this is really good for close range, and quite a lot of battles happen more close range than long range. So if it's close range, you really want a shotgun, because they do considerable amounts of damage. Whoever's been here has left a lot of ammo. I generally tend to pick up every piece of ammo, just because you never know what guns you're going to end up. Well, you do know what guns you sort of want to end up with. You want all the best assault rifles, you want the best sniper rifle, and you want bandages and medkits, and obviously armor potions if you can find them are always something that I'd equip almost straight. I'd equip it as soon as you can. So we have some more ammo there. See, I just take the ammo. I don't need the gun because I've already got one of those standards. So we just stick to the standard assault rifle that we've got for the time being. And now we're going to head over here into this sort of tunnel. And it looks like someone may have been here too. Yeah, we've got open doors. So again, we're just going to be very cautious. Just playing it very, very carefully everywhere that we go, sort of watching everything, making sure we're not being followed. Obviously always watching your back is something that I'd highly recommend. I've been shot so many times in the back, it's unreal. But we are about to see the circle shrink again, so let's just see if we have to. So we have to now move towards, as you can see on the map there, anywhere between hold on, someone's here. Someone's by me somewhere. So anywhere between E4 to E6, F6 to F4, we can go anywhere there. So from here I'm probably going to head towards E4 and just sort of take my time, making sure I'm watching my back, making sure I watch my front, listening for footsteps, and slowly edging out of places. And if we have to move, we're going to move quick, because otherwise, you know, we can be easily taken out. So you want to, if you're going to move and you're going to like just move as quick as you can. Don't wait around for anybody to try and pick you off. Try not to run in a straight line as well, because if there's anybody behind you, you're just running in a straight line for them to shoot you. So just constantly moving. If you see anybody, just like you want to jump. If anybody shoots at you, you want to jump, and then you want to start ducking, jumping, and sort of weaving. Just trying to avoid any sort of fire in whatever way possible. Realistically, that's what you want to do. So here we are now. We're heading into the territory of E4 on the map. So we just want to be very careful again of all surroundings, making sure that we're fully alert of everything right now. We're down to the last 20 people, so we really just want to make sure that we kind of get the lowdown on what's going on in an area before we move into an area. So over here it looks like we have someone who's been inside this building, this little outbuilding. I call them outhouses because they're like small houses, but they're like electricity boxes in real life. But again, even if you're coming into somewhere that's open, you always want to be making sure that there's no one just waiting inside. So yeah, this looks pretty clear. Now we can wait here, up here, and shut the door, and if anybody comes in, it's going to open inwards towards us. And of course this just allows me to be able to sort of talk to you guys a little bit more. So what we're going to wait for now is we're going to wait for that blue circle to shrink down to the white circle, but we might move into retail row from here, because we're not sure where it's going to end, and there might be some people we can chase from retail row, hopefully into nowhere, and just take them out. So we're gonna start heading away from here now. So again, just making sure as soon as we come out of somewhere that we're checking everywhere, making sure that there's no one sort of around our current or immediate position, and then we want to head towards retail row, which is of course sort of southeast from, well, exactly southeast from where we are. It's just over there. And we just want to again make sure that this building is open. Someone has been in here. Someone has been in this building here. There's no roof, so we have to. We know that people are in this area. We just have to be very cautious of where people might be. It doesn't look like anybody's been to that place there because there's still something in the centre of it. Usually people would take that more than anything else, because generally things are higher up and people don't realise that you have to sort of smash objects to build things to be able to get up to places and such. So we're just going to have a look out of this window here now. We can sort of see over part of retail road just from here. So you want to make sure that you take full advantage of all like the area that you're within. If you're within an area like this, you want to make sure that you're just behind the hill and you're just peeking over, you're just casually looking, like constantly watching everywhere, sort of making sure there's nobody behind you still, and then just sort of peeking over, having looks, trying to get behind any sort of cover there is, and just having a general look around the area. So it doesn't look like there's anybody at our immediate location. We're hearing gunshots now from between southwest and west, so we're just going to back up a little bit behind this hill and edge our way over that direction just to see if we can catch anybody running away from any fire. And sort of, we're not going to shoot anybody immediately, we're just going to sort of let them run and see where they go. So I'm hearing gunshots now from the south-southeast, which means there's some people in retail row. There's someone right behind me. Okay. So yeah, you always want to be watching behind you because people are just going to come out of nowhere like that from behind and just kill you. But that's been my basic tutorial part 1 video. I'll probably do another part a little bit later on and try and get a little bit of a higher placement than the top 13. I'll try and get like top 10, top 5, show you kind of what it's like when you're getting in among the like last few people, where you need to start using the wooden stuff that you've collected to create your own fort within like the tiniest circle, and just trying to survive to be within the last 2 people behind whatever objects you can craft yourself. And then from there you want to kind of from like building your own objects, you just want to either draw people into that area or leave yourself an escape. I'd always say leave yourself an escape door, somewhere that you can get out of quick, because generally if you're in this sort of area, people are going to then pull out the grenades, the grenade launchers and things like this, and it's going to get real nasty for you real quick. So you always want to make sure that you've got an exit point. But I hope that you guys have somehow found this video useful, this tip video useful. I'd always recommend, if you are starting out, to go to the most discreet places. Don't go to the major places where everybody's going to go, because that's just going to get you killed early game. You want to try and at least survive for a little while. So going to the more discreet places early game, and then working your way towards the more like major locations. That's probably the best idea that I've got for you guys. If you did find this video useful, however, be sure to leave a like on the video, because that always helps me out. And if you're new, just all I ever ask is that you subscribe. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a good night, a good day, depending on wherever you are in the world. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.